Next Door Neighbor by Peter Filler. Chapter 5 The Bullies of Buccaneer High School. This year, Aaron and Alexa have claimed the roles of ninth grade bullies at Buccaneer High. From the start, it was clear they had it out for Jodis and Jenix. During Spanish class, Aaron would wait until Miss Quintanilla turned her back, then whisper just loud enough, "Robo-boy." Jodis never reacted, but each time his chest tightened. Meanwhile, in English class, Alexa did the same thing. When Mr. Fisher wasn't looking, she'd sneer, "Robo-girl." Jenix would quietly cover her face with her hand, pretending to brush her hair. The insults were quite enough to go unnoticed by the teachers, but frequent enough to sting. None of the adults seemed to catch on. It all appeared random and meaningless from the outside. At lunch, Aaron and Alexa held court at the far end of the cafeteria, their personal stage for cruelty. "Ha! Look at the robo-freaks!" Aaron would shout, his voice echoing off the walls. "I bet Jodis plugs himself in at night like a phone charger." He'd slap his knee and burst into laughter. "Yeah, and Janice drinks nuclear waste with that gold dress of hers." Alexa would giggle, barely hiding behind her tray. "That's her battery juice." Jonas and Jenix never responded. They kept their heads high, walking past with dignity, even when it hurt inside. What no one realized was that Aaron's bullying didn't come from confidence, it came from jealousy. He still couldn't understand how Jodis, the quiet new kid, had managed to become friends with Julius, the captain of the basketball team. Aaron had tried for months to get close to Julius, but Julius always seemed to avoid him. Now seeing Jodis and Julius laugh together in the hallways like old friends, it drove Aaron mad. So one day, in February, Aaron decided to prove he had swagger too. In the middle of lunch, he stood up, tugged at his hoodie, and strutted across the cafeteria like he owned it. He exaggerated Julius's signature walk, but instead of swagger, it looked like a chegan, bobbing its head. Then to top it off, Aaron held an imaginary bowl in one hand and lifted an imaginary spoon in the other to his mouth and said loudly, tastes like respect." For a moment, the cafeteria went silent. Then, Shelby Goldman, captain of the ninth grade football team, stood up and shouted from across the room, "Boo! Boo! Boo!" The whole table behind him joined in. "Boo! Boo! Boo!" Aaron froze. His ears flushed red. He stood there stiffly before slinking back into his seat. Alexa stared at him, unimpressed. "Soup? Really?" she muttered, rolling her eyes. At a table nearby, in the parent section, Jodis and Jenix watched the whole thing quietly. They didn't laugh or speak, but Jodin couldn't shake the question in his mind. "Why do they keep calling us Robo-boy and Robo-girl?" he finally asked. Jenix turned to him, her face serious. "I've been wondering the same thing. We're Zebonians. We look like humans, except we can communicate telepathically." She paused and added, "Why would they think we're machines?" They sat in silence for a moment. Jenix's voice dropped to a whisper. "Eventually, we're going to have to tell someone the truth about us, about RD-90, about the Tic Tac starships." Jodis noted slowly, the weight of it all sinking in. The day was coming.